Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It's the final in Cincinnati, and we have some surprise packages that have made it through to the women's and the men's final. Obviously, the big talking point of the whole event, I feel, is Borna Coric. He seems to be back. So let's look through some of his run. Borna Coric's run to the Cincinnati final defeated Lorenzo Musetti 7-6, 6-3. Then the big win against Nadal. He dropped a set but won in 3. Then it's been straight sets since then against Bautista Agut, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and then Cam Norrie as well. And it's saying following up a huge win is so difficult. Coric hasn't dropped a set since Nadal. An unbelievable run, and I couldn't agree more. So refreshing to see him back playing this amazing tennis again. Ben Rothenberg in saying outrageously great week for Borna Coric. Entered Cincy on a protected ranking, beat 5 guys who have won ATP titles this year to reach the final. Incredible. And if Coric defeats Tsitsipas after beating Musetti, Nadal, Agut, Aliassime and Norrie, it will be the best title run of 2022, together with Alcaraz's in Madrid. Hands down, and everybody is getting pretty pumped for Borna Coric's return. It just seems like an age since we've seen him play such great tennis, and this sort of sums it up. Coric got to Cincinnati with a 4 wins, 8 losses record in 2022, coming back from a long period away from the courts due to a shoulder injury. Since then, he has wins against the names I've just named. Tsitsipas separates him from a dream week. It really does. And Tsitsipas been playing incredibly well himself. And this is about Stefanos Tsitsipas, the Steph inflection. Right when things look bleak for Stefanos Tsitsipas, the 4th seed finds a path to victory against Daniil Medvedev in Cincinnati. Tsitsipas regroups from the huge momentum shift in the second set to reach the final with a 7-6, 3-6, 6-3 victory. And this is showing great mental strength, something that Steph hasn't really been given credit for before, especially against somebody like a Daniil Medvedev on a hard court. I feel that this is a real step up in a level from Tsitsipas. It could mean good things come the US Open, but he's got to get past Borna Coric next. Showing all of the different Masters champions from this year. We've got Fritz, we've got Alcaraz there, we've got Tsitsipas, already got one to his name. We've got Alcaraz again, Djokovic, Carreño Busta, and now Cincinnati. Will it be Tsitsipas again to get his second one and level with Alcaraz? Or will it be Coric? Will that be the name on the list? I can't wait to find out. And especially because we know what happened last time these two played. Yes, it was the big 5-set thriller that was in the US Open. And it was the big one with all the match points that Tsitsipas had in the 4th set. There they all are, 6 match points, and he ended up losing the match to Borna Coric in 5 sets in a tiebreak in the 5th. It was probably one of the matches of the tournament since that match, really, I guess. Borna Coric, he sort of went off the radar, obviously with the injury and stuff like that, but if we get to see that one back again, it's going to be incredible. We're going to be in for a treat during the US Open, not just Cincinnati. Looking at Steph's record in Masters finals, this will be his 6th. As you can see, the first 2 he was defeated. That was in the Canadian Open to Rafael Nadal in his first one, Djokovic in Madrid in his second one, and then 2 Monte Carlo Masters titles to his name against Rublev and Davidovich Fokina, then losing the Italian Open to Novak Djokovic. That was obviously earlier on this year. Now he has the chance to win number 3. Can he make it 50% of his whole Masters finals that he wins? We're going to have to wait to find out. And Borna Coric, just the solitary one Masters final where he did get defeated by Novak Djokovic. That was in Shanghai in 2018. So he'll be looking for his first ever Masters title. The head-to-head between the two is 1 apiece, but I don't know if we can even really count the first matchup. It was in 2018. It was in Rome. And it was just a retirement from Borna Coric. So the one match they played was on hard court. It was the US Open. Steph should have won it, but sort of lost his mind a bit in that fourth set. Ended up losing in 5. It's a very, very close match. I'm going to give you who I think is going to win this one. I'm going for the fairy tale. I'm sorry, Steph. I think Borna Coric is going to win this match. I think it's going to be a close one. I think there's going to be tie breaks. I think it's going to be in 3. I think both players are possibly going to have the right to win it. But Coric, with the crowd on his side, I feel, may just come through. Now let's move across. And this one sort of bridges the gap. We've got Nick McCarville saying Petra Kvitova, Caroline Garcia, Borna Coric, 3 unexpected finalists so far at Cincinnati. What I love about each of their stories is the commitment to their craft. So inspiring to see them in a Masters final. I couldn't agree more. As it says here, ranked number 35 in the world, Caroline Garcia followed up her successful qualifying campaign by notching 3 top 10 wins. Sakkari, Pegula, Sabalenka. Since the start of June, Garcia is 4-0 versus top 10 opponents. She can return to the top 20 with a win in Cincinnati. I mean, that is incredible. Obviously, her previous best in the rankings, she went to as high as number 4 in 2018, but she did drop outside the top 70 last year. Let's see. At the moment, even if she lost, she would be number 23 in the world. Can she get to number 17 in the world by winning this tournament? And she came out and said this: when you do bad, people forget about you pretty fast and forget what you did in the past. As soon as you get a couple of wins in a row under your belt and play better, it's like you're a top star again. Like you go from a loser to maybe one of the best players right now. I think that she's sort of hit the nail on the head a little bit. People are very quick to forget about your achievements and very quick to put you down. And she is testament to hard work and getting back to the top of the game. There's too many fair weather fans, and if people call them out, I think it's only a good thing. Show your players some support, even through the tough times. That's what needs to happen in this type of scenario. But we know what the world's like nowadays. Considering what she's done this year, after winning the French Open Doubles Championship for a second time, Caroline Garcia, and after that she won Bad Homburg on grass. She got to the 4th round of Wimbledon. She got to the semi-finals in Lausanne, quarter-finals in Palermo. She won in Warsaw, the whole tournament. Then out in the first round in Toronto, but came back with a bang. And now she's in the final of Cincinnati. I mean, an incredible run of victories and tournaments. And I think she's just one of the hottest players on tour right now. Kvitova saying, I don't think I've experienced many matches like this. And she's talking about the match with Madison Keys. Obviously, she got through that one. A lot of people had Keys winning that, including myself. And she said, we didn't really miss. I don't think we did anything badly in the end. Sometimes you have some weak spots. Not today, either of us. I told Madison she played great today. I think today both deserve to win. And you get that sometimes. Sometimes you have both players having a stinker. Sometimes they both play incredible tennis. And it's just it's those fine margins that win you the match. Look at the stats though. 28 winners from Keys, 24 winners from Kvitova, 12 unforced errors from Keys, 2 were double faults, 16 unforced errors from Kvitova, 10 were double faults. So only 6 really there. Remarkably clean display, and she's playing well. And she also said this is very special about tennis, that every week you will have a new chance to do well. In Toronto, I was like, oh my God, I played so bad. I couldn't really fight, couldn't find the rhythm. and suddenly now playing in the final. So this is how quickly tennis can turn around. We all know that. You just need something to click, and it's definitely clicked for Kvitova this week. And we know that she could potentially win this whole event just one match away, and she's won hard courts fairly recently as well. It's going to be tough to pick against her. If we look at the rankings and how this will affect both the players, well, Kvitova's sat right now in 20th. If she gets the win, she will move all the way up to number 15 in the world, which is incredible. And both women obviously will be seeded for the US Open. But I'll give you my pick for that one as well. I'm actually going to go 3 sets again. And I'm going to go for Petra Kvitova. I don't know what's happened to her this week. She seems to just have made everything click. And when it happens for her on the hard courts, I think that she's sometimes unstoppable. Who knows, though? Caroline Garcia, another great story. Another person sort of coming back from a low ranking, similar to a Borna Coric. Maybe we're going to get 2 fairy tale stories. I want to know who you have winning the finals. Let me know in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, whack a like on the video, subscribe to Game to Love You New, and of course, join us for the finals. They're coming up later today.